Welcome back to my workshop journey, and what a difference 6 months makes. In the summer here in the UK, everything was so hot. Today in the UK it's the coldest day of the year. Temperatures aren't forecast to rise above 2 degrees Celsius all day, but that's why I've got the shed door shut and the added layer of the hat as well. So we left last week with me finishing off fitting the hinges to the sewing box, and I was just waiting for the soft close stay to arrive. Well, during the week that's come, so I'll be fitting that this afternoon. And I've gone for the supplier of Eurofit Direct, and it looks a very good but very compact stay. Just a small bag and comprehensive instructions. And one thing I'll do now, I'll just put up on the screen quick shots of the installation dimensions, and that's what I'm going to be doing in a couple of minutes. So here we've got the instructions, very simple. It's just a one-page sheet and divided into either the lid going on top or the lid going inside the frames, and it's just a matter of working out which one I want and then actually marking out the positions. Now the first decision I've got to make is how wide do I want the opening to be. I've got apparently two settings. I can have it opening to 70 degrees or 105 degrees. So just so that I've got it clearly in mind, I've got a digital angle finder, and so at the moment it's set for 70 degrees, and so that will be like that, or 105 degrees. Let me just set that. Tighten it off. 105 degrees, which is like that, and I think I'm going to opt for the 105 degrees just so that you can just get everything in it. That's fine. That all depends on where I'm going to put things and what some of the dimensions are. Right, so there are two components to this stay. So that's the main one. That will go on the side, and then that will go on the lid. Okay, so on the lid, all of the dimensions that are mentioned will change. Okay, so we are taking dimensions for the lid part of the component. We're taking all of those dimensions from the inner face of the top rail. So it's wherever that comes inwards, that's where we're working from, and we are talking about from the rear of the back rail as well. Okay, let me get a pencil. and a small rule. Right, so for this we are talking about 11. There are 3 holes there, 2 slots and the circular slot, and the slots need to be from that point 11 millimeters in. So what I need to do first of all really is mark where that point is, so that it's taking it from the edge of the lid inwards, and that, just to make sure, is 25 millimeters. Okay. $25mm is there. There we go. And so from that line inwards, it's 11mm. So 25 and 11 is 36. And if anybody sees gaping holes in my mathematics, please let me know, because my life depends on it. You won't be the first to mention my lack of mathematics skills as an accountant. So that's 11mm, and the next one is 19.5mm. So 25 and 20 is 45, 44.5. I'm getting good at this, aren't I? 44 is that one. 44.5 is that one. And that is 19.5. There we go. Right, so those are those 2 lines. Now, again, from the back of the panel, so because this is a flush fit just here, that makes it easy. All I need to do now is measure up from this bottom edge here 2 dimensions. Its dimension A is 97mm. Dimension A is for the round hole, $97mm. Is there. for the nearest slot hole to the edge, that is 81 millimeters. So that is on that line. 81 millimeters is there, and then the distance between the two slot holes is 32 millimeters. So it's from there. Let's extend that line because I didn't go far enough. From there it's 32 millimeters, which is 30, 31, 32 is there. Okay, so I've got that line, that line, and that line. Let me just double check with that. That's those two. Sorry, that's those three. That's good. Right, so that's where I need to position those. Now for the main assembly, I'm working from the top of the rail and again from the back of the back rail. So this will give me a challenge. The reason being is the distance from the top of the rail, therefore the lid, down to that circular hole there, which is at the bottom of the assembly, like that, that is 73 millimeters, and the rail is only 50 millimeters. So that is going to pose a problem. I'm going to have to put something there to support the whole of the assembly. The top is only 34 millimeters. That's fine. What I can do is mark that dimension now, and you notice it's still got a wobble. I mentioned that last week, and in my research after the fact, I now know how to adjust the lengths of the legs needed. So that's something I'll be doing as well. So 34 millimeters is that one. That's 34 millimeters. 73 millimeters is going to take me where? 73. Well, that's roughly there. So I'm going to need a filler in there of 10, 11, 11.5 millimeters. And how far from the back rail do I need to make it? dimension C is 72 millimeters. So that is going to be there. Let me get the square. That's there. So the packing is going to have to be roughly in that area. Okay, what do I have that I can make 11.5 millimeters? Got a bit of the white oak that I had left over from the shelf. Now that's only 7 millimeters. Okay. And this is beech. I would like to keep it beech at the same time. Now I've got this off cut. So that is 16 millimeters. I can take that down on the planer, or I can just cut a piece off using the bandsaw. That might be the easiest way, because it's going to be that side is already nicely faced. Those two faces are still just nicely done. That can go like that. In fact, that fits very nicely, so I can use that to get my dimension. Like that. That will be waist. That's how far I need it to be, really. In fact, let me take that to there. Right. So if I, on the bandsaw, take that down there, and then just cut straight across, I can then just glue that into place, and it will hardly be noticed. Let me just double check. 73 millimeters. It is 73 millimeters, isn't it? Sorry, 72 millimeters. So that's going to be like that. Yes, that will be nice. Let me just double check. 73 millimeters. That's roughly 75. Yeah, that will give me plenty of leeway for that. Good. Right, let me just cut that piece. There we go, and even the rough cut, that is a very nice piece, a nice finish. That's where it's going to go. That's a nice position, right up to the rear leg, and just needs to be glued into place. Just get my clamp. Is that going to be big enough? No, I'm going to need something with a slightly deeper jaw. So the sawn piece, there we go. Just smooth that out. Like that. There we go. Just wipe that up. There we go. Top back on and leave that to glow up. So the just down here, that's still gluing in. So all I'm going to do at the moment is to drill the pilot holes into the lid, and I've gone back to my 1mm or 1.5mm drill bit. There we go. And I'm just, as I say, just waiting for the glue to go off. Then I can drill the pilot holes for the base plate as well. I've opted for the Spax 3.5mm 16mm screws. So just start that off. Opted for 16mm because of course the rails are 25, the top is 25, so I'll be able to go the full depth into the wood and not run any risk of the end coming out at the wrong end. Right, so those are the three holes just started, and just take the clamp off. There we go. So let's finish off marking this up. Now, as I said, this line here, which actually needs to extend over here, is 34 millimeters. And let's go for 34 millimeters. And just extend, oops. Extend that like that. That just makes it easier to manually extend it. Like that. And then from the back of the rail, I am looking for 56 millimeters this way. .56 millimeters is there. That's that one. And then another 32 millimeters is there. That's that. And then I want 72 millimeters, which should be that one. Let me just double check. Yep, that's that line there. So extend that down onto the piece I've just glued in, and depth is 73 millimeters. So 73 is that one there. Do that one again, 73. Trouble is, doing it that way, I keep snapping the lead. So 73 is there we go. Let's just join the dots. There we go. That's where the 3 holes need to be. And battery died. Right, we now come to actually fixing this piece. So the first thing the instructions say is attach those two in there in the oval holes first, loosely, and then I can move that to fit the circular hole. I think what I'm going to have to do is put all of this on the bench because I can't get to see where I need to go. So from here I can see, you won't be able to see the hole from the position of the camera, but at least I can see the hole better. And I can fit this properly. That, and with that I can now tighten up these two. There we go. So that's that. Next part of the instruction is attach that to that using that screw. And then check the function and adjust the position of the body and arm fixing plate on the hole. So that needs to come across there. So I need to fit these two screws into the oval holes. That's that one. Adjust the position so that I can now see the circular hole. Tighten up the oval holes. How's that? And then, upon completion, make sure the lid opens and closes properly. To adjust the closing speed, turn the speed adjustment screw, which is that one. So put it back on the floor and check everything works. Check that it works. Well, that certainly worked. But I do need to loosen it slightly. So, which way does the adjustment go? So, from that direction, I want to turn it that way for closing faster. I like that, but I think a little faster. That will be nice, a nice finish. Good. So that's that done. So only thing I'm going to be doing now is to adjust the wobble. I mean, you saw last week how bad the wobble is and what a mess I made of that. So one of the tips that I got in my post-mistake research was to put some masking tape on the long legs, so at least I know which one is which and which ones I'm going to adjust. Now the suggestion that I got in one of the YouTube videos that I watched during the week is you see which legs it's rocking on, and those are the two that need to be adjusted. So it's that one and its opposite corner. So I'm just going to mark those with a piece of masking tape, then I know which one is which. So it's that one. And it's the corresponding one at this back end. There we go. So I know which ones I'm going to be cutting. I've marked which legs I need to measure. So here it's about 4 millimeters. Let me just double check with the calipers. 4 millimeters is there. Lock off, and no, just under 4 millimeters. Yes, about 4 millimeters will be fine. So I want to cut the two long legs by 4 millimeters. So I'm taking 4 millimeters off. There's the 4. That's that one. And then 4 off the corresponding one the other side. That's the 4. There we go. As I did last week, the dovetail saw, it's the smallest stiff saw that I have. That's one. hopefully that will stop it wobbling. This is the result. There's a tiny rock, but that might be because of the slightly uneven floor. But I'm not going to worry about, because the rock is a lot less than it was, and it will be resting on carpet as well. So all in all, I'm happy with that. Let me just turn it round. So that's where we've got to. Self-closing lid, or soft closing lid I should say. And very happy. That's as far as I'm going this afternoon. Next week I will start cleaning up by way of just resanding the lid, making sure everything is smooth on the 120 and 180 grit, so that I can then prepare everything for finishing off. That's as far as I'm going for this afternoon. It's now well past 3:30, and as I said earlier, it's the coldest day of the year here in the UK so far, and it is getting jolly cold in this shed. But thanks for watching, and I'm certainly grateful for the comments that you've made. I'm very grateful for the support of my neighbour Tim, for example, and I had a lovely message from Steve earlier in the week. Thanks, Steve. I really do appreciate the support and the comments that you made. All the best for your workshop journey too, and look forward to seeing the projects that you're making. And that's as far as I'm going now, and I'll see you next time.